Every September, Berlin becomes the epicenter of innovation as the world top tech brands gather for IFA. IFA is one of the biggest trade shows in consumer electronic, and in 2025, smart home tech is taking the center stage like never before. Right now, some of my favorite content creators, Shane, Eric Welander, and Eric from ModernDayTech are actually there at the event, checking everything out in person. So if you want some behind the scene content and more coverage from the show floor, make sure you follow them on social media. Now let's take a quick look at some of the biggest smart home announcements coming out of the show, starting with Philips Hue. Philips Hue is one of the most reputable and high-end smart home lighting brands out there. I am a fan because their stuff just works, but man, they're expensive. One of their biggest announcements is the new Hue Bridge Pro, which costs $98.99. And just to give you some context, one of their main issue was users with a lot of light bulbs. The old Hue Hub could only handle about 50 lights and 15 accessories. So after that, you have to add another hub, and that made things kind of annoying in the Hue app. Well, the new Hue Bridge Pro support up to 150 lights and 50 plus accessories like switches and sensors. It's definitely a much stronger hub and way more convenient now because it supports Wi-Fi, not just Ethernet like the older one. But before you go buy, there's one important thing that you should know, and that's migration. Right now, you can only migrate from one existing hub to the new Bridge Pro. So if you've been using multiple hubs, you have to manually add each light to the new one, at least until a software update comes later this year. Other than that, the Bridge Pro brings more scenes and a bunch of new features. But the one that I'm mostly excited about is called MotionAware. This new hub lets your existing Hue bulbs act as a motion sensor. So if you have at least 3 bulbs in a room, the Bridge Pro can detect when somebody's there and turn your lights on automatically. It does this by noticing when your movement disrupts the Zigbee signal between each bulbs. And I think that's huge, but we'll have to see how reliable that is. From what I understand, it's more of a motion sensor, not a true presence sensor, because it still needs movement to trigger it. Also, according to Hue blog, Philips Hue is releasing its first Matter over Thread bulb. And if you know me, you know I'm a huge fan of Matter over Thread. But here's the weird part. I couldn't find anything on their site that confirms it. Even when I click on their new bulb, the box just shows the Matter logo, nothing about Thread. So I'm really curious to see how that's gonna end up working. They also announced a few other new lights, which is always great to see. Now let's talk about Aqara. Aqara is one of the most innovative companies in the smart home space right now, and they show off their long-awaited 5-in-1 FP300 multi-sensor, which they first announced that at CES earlier this year. It has mmWave, light sensor, temperature sensor, humidity, and a PR sensor for fast motion detection. Man, I cannot wait to get my hands on that one. It's a battery power presence sensor that supports Matter over Thread. I just hope that it works. Aqara said during the event that it's coming very soon, so please Aqara, take your time and do it right. They also announced the new G400 video doorbell, which support both Wi-Fi and PoE. It comes with 2K resolution, 165-degree vertical field of view, which thank you Aqara for bringing back vertical view. It also includes on-device AI detection, which sounds really cool. They're also releasing a new hub, the M200, which looks just like the M2, but now it comes with Thread. Aqara is also planning to complete their security system with a new hub called the Home Station N410. It has a built-in siren, it supports 24/7 recording, and has a power backup, which makes a perfect match for their upcoming G510 battery powered. That's going to be Aqara's first solar powered camera, and it looks like it shares a lot of the design from the G5 Pro, which hopefully the low light performance is just as good. Now let's talk about SwitchBot, because they brought some wild stuff to the show. First, an actual AI tennis robot. And this is actually a robot that moves around and gives you real-time feedback to help you improve your tennis game. They also announced an on-device AI pet robot and a new AI hub powered by visual language. This thing can actually analyze what's happening in your home, and it actually runs automation based on what it sees. In one of the demo videos, somebody's sitting on a couch about to read a book, and the hub actually recognizes that, and then it turns on the light to help them read more comfortably. That's pretty cool. Oh, and they also reveal an AI art frame where you can upload or create your own artwork and display it as a gallery style in your home. That actually looks really cool, and honestly, I kind of want to try that. Anyways, these are some of the most interesting things I've seen so far, so make sure you follow the folks I mentioned earlier. They're bringing all their smart home news hot from the oven. If there's anything I missed or something you think I should have mentioned, let me know in the comments down below. I'll add it to the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.